Jai Shri Radhe Krishna. The power of positive thoughts and wisdom. Positive thoughts bring peace to the mind by eliminating distractions. Friends, wise individuals do not create history, they shape it. History is made by those who are passionate and determined in their pursuit of goals. At birth, a person has breath but no name. At death, they have a name but no breath. Life is the journey between breath and name. It is said, I do not want a friend who changes as I change, who agrees with me without thought. My shadow does that much better. It is easy to find faults, but challenging to improve oneself. The mind is not a vessel to be filled, but a flame to be ignited. God shows the path, but it is our responsibility to walk it. If we are unwilling to follow the path, blaming God is meaningless. Lord Krishna teaches that every individual has unique strengths and weaknesses. A fish cannot run in the forest, and a lion cannot rule the waters. Thus, we must respect everyone. Parents are greater than God because while God gives both joy and sorrow, parents stand as a constant source of happiness. Just as a drop of lemon juice spoils thousands of liters of milk, a single moment of ego can destroy even the strongest relationships. A flower once plucked from a branch cannot be reattached, but if the branch remains strong, new flowers will bloom. Similarly, we cannot relive lost moments, but with courage and faith, we can create a beautiful future. Shri Krishna teaches that a person's true test of patience and faith occurs during hardships. When times are tough, the best response is to remain calm. If today is difficult, better days will surely follow. Our duty is to act selflessly. Only God determines the outcome and timing of our efforts. A person's actions reflect their thoughts, and their aspirations define their character. Power itself is not harmful, but who possesses it matters. There are many ways to earn money, but only one way to attain true contentment, through good deeds. While everyone claims to be good, what truly matters is how others perceive them. Knowledge alone does not protect us, its thoughtful application does. People will always have opinions. If someone works hard, they are accused of being money-driven. If they don't, they are called lazy. Spending money is labeled as extravagance or showmanship, while saving is seen as stinginess. If one is wealthy, others question their integrity. If they struggle financially, they are deemed unwise. The wealth earned through a lifetime of hard work is often criticized. If you don't enjoy it, why earn it? Regardless of life's challenges, trust that God has a greater plan. A wise person does not retaliate with violence, but understands the situation and acts wisely. The true measure of life is not how happy you are, but how much happiness you bring to others. The strongest individuals continue to help others, even after being deceived. Only those who doubt themselves sink in life. God always paves a way for those with pure hearts. Have such unwavering faith in your goodness that no one can make you falter. To understand a person, give them respect and observe their behavior. Give them freedom and observe their habits. Lend them money and observe their intentions. Spend time with them and observe their true nature. It is impossible to always conform. I have my own existence. I am not a mirror. Those with guilt in their actions fear death, but as devotees of Shri Krishna, we are fearless. The rule of life states, where there is union, there will be separation. One who always doubts finds no peace in this world or the next. Blind love for anyone can hold us back because excessive attachment clouds judgment. Speculation is a product of imagination, while experience is life's true lesson. True happiness comes from the harmony of thought, speech, and action. Never lose hope. Your time may be weak, but you are not. Just as a lamp extinguishes when the oil runs out, luck fades when effort ceases. Shri Krishna imparts 10 valuable lessons for navigating difficult times. Accept situations as they come. This strengthens the mind. Keep working without attachment to results, as outcomes are beyond our control. Discipline the mind and practice meditation to maintain inner peace. Value true relationships as they become our support in tough times. Avoid ego as it weakens us. Live with contentment. True happiness stems from satisfaction. Do not fall for illusions as they mislead us. Follow the path of truth and righteousness. They guide us correctly. Engage in service and charity, which brings spiritual fulfillment. Trust that everything happens according to God's will, and it is ultimately for our good. These teachings not only instill patience and strength, but also illuminate the path to true happiness. Neither friendship nor enmity is inherent. They are shaped by our pride, strength, and behavior. The Mahabharata teaches that when loved ones cross boundaries, taking a stand against them becomes necessary. Hence, neither excessive praise nor criticism should affect us. Mastering the art of listening allows us to learn, even from those who speak ill. Spending time with a lame person teaches you to limp. While humans are not free from making mistakes, wise individuals learn from them and improve their future. Just as bees extract honey even from the driest flowers, wise people find opportunities in the most difficult situations. Mastering the mind and trusting the divine. The mind plays tricks. History has never recorded anyone who blindly followed their heart and became successful. Stop listening to the mind's excuses. A mother once pointed a gun at her son's head and said, "It's loaded. If I pull the trigger, you will die." The son laughed and replied, "I'm not afraid because I know you love me and would never do it." The mother then said, "Just as I cannot harm you, think about the one who created you. How could he ever intend harm for you? No matter what comes your way, have faith. Your mind will never say, 'I'm ready.' It will never tell you to start working, studying, or meditating. It will always create confusion. Do not wait for the mind's permission. Take action. From the moment a child is born, parents plan their entire future to ensure a smooth life. Imagine how many plans the Creator of the universe must have for you. There is no need for unnecessary stress. Everything is already decided. The one who understands this truth attains peace. The secret to happiness. A great sage once lived in a village. One day, a man approached him and asked, "What is the secret to being happy?" The sage replied, "Come with me, and I will show you." As they walked into the forest, the sage picked up a large stone and handed it to the man. The man carried the stone as they walked, but after some time, his hand began to hurt. Eventually, he told the sage about his discomfort. The sage asked him to put the stone down, and immediately, the man felt relief. The sage then said, "This is the secret to happiness." The man, confused, asked for clarification. The sage explained, "If you hold on to this stone for a moment, it causes little discomfort. The longer you hold on to it, the greater the pain. Similarly, the longer you carry the burdens of sorrow and worry, the heavier they become. It is up to you whether you hold on to them for a minute or a lifetime. If you want to be happy, learn to let go of unnecessary burdens, and better yet, don't pick them up in the first place." 10 ways to keep your mind calm. Do not interfere in others' matters unless asked. Forgive and forget certain things. Do not crave recognition. Avoid jealousy. Meditate daily. Adapt to your surroundings. Accept what cannot be changed. Take on only as much work as you can handle. Do not procrastinate or engage in actions you may regret later. Keep your mind engaged. An empty mind breeds negativity. Do not compare your life with anyone else's. The sun and the moon do not compete. They shine in their own time. Those who rise to greatness focus on change, not revenge. Life and its lessons. Life is not short. People just start living too late. By the time they understand their path, time has already passed. God creates everyone from the same clay. The only difference is that some are beautiful on the outside, while others are beautiful within. Do not fear false accusations. Face them with courage. Remember, even the sun and moon endure eclipses. If you love someone wholeheartedly and they do not value you, it is their loss, not yours. Life begins with sweets distributed at birth and ends with the offerings at Shraddha. The irony is that we never get to taste either. The poor hold hope for better times, while the rich fear bad times. Both are bound by different worries. The importance of purpose. If a wrestler stands before you and someone tells you to fight him without reason, you would refuse. But if that wrestler threatens your mother, you would fight without hesitation? The reason makes all the difference. Similarly, without a purpose, how will you find motivation to study, work, or grow? Never engage in a battle without a cause, and before pursuing any goal, understand your why. Only a strong reason can fuel lasting commitment. The journey between breath and name. At birth, a person has breath but no name. At death, they have a name but no breath. The journey between breath and name is called life. Sometimes life places us at crossroads where decisions come at a high cost. The tears shed from the depths of the soul are priceless, yet some people foolishly assign them a price. To fear change and struggle is the greatest cowardice. The biggest teacher in life is time. What time teaches, no one else can. Lost trust is rarely regained, and the ones who bring us tears were never truly ours. If we fail to appreciate what we have, even God takes it away. Never forget two things: the people who support you and the moments that shape you. The nature of the world. In this world, if desires remain unfulfilled, even deities are questioned. Betrayal is a necessary lesson in life. Parents teach us to walk, but we must learn to tread carefully on our own. Fear your actions, not God, for God forgives, but karma does not. Avoid speaking ill of others, for negativity corrupts the soul. When a foot slips, everyone blames the shoe, forgetting how it protected them from thorns for months. The world is forgetful. It remembers only what serves its interest. Reputation and perspective. The difference between fame and infamy is simple. You earn a name for yourself, but people assign you infamy. Sometimes, in quiet moments, reflect on your own mistakes. The desire to point fingers at others will fade. Shri Krishna teaches that there comes a time in life when, even in the best circumstances, a person forgets how to smile. People often say that life moves on after someone's departure, but they fail to realize that even in the presence of thousands, the absence of one can leave a void that can never be filled. In the end, life is not about who is watching you. It is about how you choose to see the world. Who becomes whose is often a matter of fate. It is not difficult to be completely devoted to someone. If you wish to be successful in life, a failed person holds more value than a successful one. Reading the story of a successful individual gives you only the essence of their achievements. However, the story of a failed person teaches you the lessons necessary for success. To be successful, there must be a deep yearning. Everyone in the world desires success, but not all achieve it. Only those who truly crave their goal with unwavering determination find success. Always keep your focus on what you want to achieve, not on what you have lost. Neither live in the absence of someone nor under anyone's influence. This is life. Live it by your own nature. Whenever you feel sad, look at the picture of someone you love. It will instantly uplift you. When we see someone we love, our body releases chemicals that naturally make us feel better. A guru always had a deep sense of peace on his face, no matter how many challenges he faced in life. Once, someone asked him, "How do you remain so calm? And how do you manage to perform all your tasks so efficiently?" The guru smiled and replied, "I wake up early every morning, practice sadhana and meditation, and carry the peace gained from those moments in my heart and mind throughout the day. That is why I remain energetic and focused." We can learn from this that daily meditation enhances concentration and allows us to work without stress, ultimately increasing our efficiency. The wisdom of the Guru. One day, while bathing on the banks of the Ganges, the Guru and his disciples noticed a family shouting angrily at each other. A disciple turned to another and asked, "Why do people shout when they are angry?" After thinking for a moment, one disciple responded, "Because we lose control of ourselves, so our voices become louder." The Guru, who had been silently listening, smiled and said, "But what is the need to shout when the other person is standing right next to you?" The disciples tried to find an answer but were not satisfied. Finally, the Guru explained, "When two people are angry, the distance between their hearts increases. That is why they must shout to be heard. The angrier they are, the more they scream to bridge the gap between their hearts." But in love, the opposite happens, he continued. Instead of shouting, people speak softly. The closer their hearts are, the lower their voices become. When love deepens, they whisper, and eventually they communicate through just their eyes. That is the power of true connection. The habit of forgetfulness and the search for meaning. We humans have a habit of forgetting. We forget who we are, our true nature, and what truly matters. Sometimes life creates such a confusing environment that we fail to understand why things happen the way they do. We wonder why misfortune follows us while others seem to have it easy. But the truth is, wherever we go, whatever we do, happiness, sorrow, wisdom, ignorance, good and bad, all of it follows us. If you wish to truly live, embrace love instead of hatred. Welcome wisdom, not ignorance. If you seek light, bring light into your life. Darkness will disappear on its own. Even a small change in life can have a profound impact. Before doing anything, pause for just 3 seconds and reflect. Then, decide whether you choose anger or forgiveness, hatred or love. In those 3 seconds, you can determine the course of your actions. We all need love. It brings light and joy. Every action holds the potential for both good and bad. If we make mindful decisions, knowing that we tend to forget what is truly important, we can train ourselves to focus on what truly matters. The story of perspective and wisdom. A king once heard rumors that there was a man in his kingdom whose face was so unlucky that seeing him in the morning caused an entire day of misfortune. Intrigued, the king summoned the man to his court. The next day, due to the king's increased workload, he remained so busy that he couldn't eat until the evening. Enraged, he declared, "This man is truly unlucky," and sentenced him to death. As his last wish, the man humbly said, "O king, you claim that seeing my face caused you to miss your meal. But by seeing your face today, I am losing my life. So tell me, who is truly unlucky?" Hearing this, the embarrassed king realized his mistake and remembered a profound truth. We often blame others for misfortunes that originate from within us. 3 truths to always remember. If misunderstandings are not resolved, they turn into hatred. The person who speaks ill of others in front of you will surely speak ill of you to others. Be like water, which carves its own path, rather than a rock, which merely blocks the way. The wisdom of a fool. There was a man in a village whom people considered mad. Travelers would come from distant places to test him. They would place a 10 paise coin and a 1 rupee coin in front of him, and he would always pick up the 10 paise coin. Watching this, people would laugh and say, "This fool doesn't know that 1 rupee is worth more than 10 paise." Years passed, and many people continued this experiment, ridiculing him every time. One day, a friend of the so-called madman asked him, "Don't you know that 1 rupee is more valuable than 10 paise? Then why do you keep picking the smaller coin?" The man laughed and said, "If I had picked the 1 rupee coin even once, this game would have ended. But by choosing 10 paise every time, I have collected thousands over the years. People think I am a fool, but in reality, the real fools are those who fail to see the bigger picture." This teaches us that an intelligent person may sometimes appear foolish, but it is a grave mistake to underestimate them. True wisdom lies in understanding the long-term game. The meaning of true success. Success does not come from bowing before the powerful. It comes from unwavering dedication to one's work. Time is the same for everyone. It is how we use it that defines us. The truly great are those who remain steadfast in their journey despite obstacles. Success belongs to those who do not fear challenges and refuse to be intimidated by failures. Life is unpredictable, but those who stand tall, even in adversity, become the ones history remembers: the saint and the Englishman. A saint sat in the shade of a tree near a bus stand, calmly counting his rosary beads. An Englishman stepping off the bus noticed him and curiously asked, "What is that in your hand?" The saint looked at the gun slung over the Englishman's shoulder and asked in return, "And what is that in yours?" This simple exchange reminds us that the same world appears different depending on one's perspective. What we hold, whether weapons of destruction or tools of peace, reflects the choices we make. An Englishman once approached a saint sitting under a tree near a bus stand and asked, "What is that in your hand?" The saint, observing the gun slung over the Englishman's shoulder, responded, "What is that in your hand?" The Englishman replied, "This is my weapon." The saint smiled and said, "This is my weapon." Curious, the Englishman asked, "Who gave this to you?" The saint replied, "This rosary has been given to me by my divine Lord." The Englishman, skeptical, asked, "What can it do?" In response, the Englishman fired his gun at a bird perched on a tree, causing it to fall in agony. Proudly he said, "This is what my weapon can do." The saint gently touched the fallen bird with his rosary and uttered the name of Lord Ram. Instantly, the bird revived, flapped its wings, and returned to its perch. The saint then said, "This is what my weapon can do." Astonished, the Englishman witnessed the power of devotion and the divine name. He later accepted initiation into the name of Lord Ram and immersed himself in spiritual glory. The wisdom of life. The name of Ram is a treasure, one that, if freely shared, leads to spiritual liberation. Those who fail to embrace it will regret it at the end of their lives. Wise individuals often find themselves disinterested in trivial matters and unnecessary debates. They prefer silence, not because they are unaware, but because they do not wish to waste their time. Even if they are not occupied, they understand the value of inner peace. Those who procrastinate should keep one thing in mind. Imagine you own a luxurious car and your driver insists on unnecessary stops, delaying your journey from Mumbai to Delhi. If you listen to him at every turn, you will never reach your destination. In this analogy, the car is your body, the driver is your mind, and you are the master. If you blindly follow your mind's distractions and temptations, you will never achieve your goals. True success comes to those who discipline their minds and stay focused on their destination. The secret to success. The world respects and honors only those who work hard and make themselves worthy. Hence, strive to become deserving through perseverance rather than expecting success without effort. A decision made at night is often the most thoughtful one. Never doubt the decisions you make at night, because that is when the mind is at peace and can think rationally. People often say, "That person doesn't like me," and it makes them anxious. But the truth is, it doesn't matter whether someone likes you or not. You are not obligated to be liked by everyone. The most important thing is that you like yourself. Similarly, how you communicate matters. Speaking too slowly can bore people, while speaking too fast can make it difficult for others to understand you. The key is to maintain a balanced and natural pace. At home or work, focus on one task at a time. If someone wants to talk while you're engaged in an important task, either give them your full attention after completing your work or politely ask them to wait. Multitasking reduces efficiency and leads to misunderstandings. Avoid making excuses and speaking untruths. If your words are filled with justifications and deception, people will stop believing you, both at home and in the outside world. The foundation of hard work. Imagine buttoning a shirt. If the first button is placed incorrectly, all the other buttons will be misaligned. Similarly, those who work hard in the right direction with sincerity and dedication will inevitably achieve success. Conversely, those who lack proper direction and discipline will find their entire lives in disorder. If someone wants to leave you, let them go. If they truly value you, they will return. But if they leave without a second thought, then holding on to them is pointless, because love and respect cannot be begged for, they must be earned. Many illnesses can be cured not just by medicine, but by proper rest. Most medicines contain ingredients that induce sleep, because deep sleep connects us with the healing power of nature. Knowledge without practice is useless. Swami Swarupanand Ji spent years reading scriptures, yet he did not find the truth of life. One day he grew frustrated and said, "I do not want this bookish knowledge." Instead of merely reading, he began applying what he had learned to his life. Through experience, He gained wisdom and became one of the most enlightened men of his era. This teaches us that memorizing scriptures alone is meaningless. If you do not apply the wisdom you acquire, your life will pass without any true growth. Only those who put knowledge into practice become truly wise. 10 steps to mental strength. Stop worrying about the past. Meditate every morning. Avoid unrealistic expectations. Don't fear failure on the first attempt. Never blame yourself for mistakes. Learn from them. Don't waste energy on things beyond your control. Listen to everyone, but follow your own path. Speak less. Excessive talking drains energy. Peace comes from within, not from external sources. If you desire great success, stop counting the hours. Work tirelessly toward your goal. The fault in our education system. The global education system is flawed because it tries to fit everyone into the same mold, but this is neither possible nor necessary. For example, if a child is passionate about cricket and practices for hours every day, forcing him into another profession would be a waste of his talent. If a person has a deep conviction that they can succeed in a particular field and they are willing to persist despite 1,000 failures, then they are meant for that path, because God chooses people for specific purposes. The power of belief. Once, a man visited a fortune teller who predicted, "You will die on the night of the new moon." Hearing this, the man became terrified. He told his family, but they reassured him, saying, "This is nonsense. Don't believe it." However, the man refused to listen. He obsessed over the prediction, thinking about it constantly. When the new moon night arrived, he died, not because of fate, but because of his own fearful belief. This story teaches us that our thoughts shape our reality. If you convince yourself of something, it will manifest in your life. So fill your mind with strength, positivity, and determination, because your beliefs create your destiny. A man who had never suffered from any illness once met a fortune teller. She told him, "Your heart is weak. You will die soon." After hearing this, he became obsessed with the thought. Day and night, he kept repeating it in his mind, and eventually, he died of a heart attack. Not because his heart was weak, but because his belief made it so. The lesson of this story is simple. Whatever you focus on, you manifest in your life. If you keep thinking about something repeatedly, it will eventually become your reality. This is the law of nature. You become what you think. If you haven't yet achieved what you desire in life, don't be disheartened. Keep trying. Sometimes God has greater plans for you than what you expect. When He wants to elevate you to a higher level, He tests you with challenges. So take heart. Your test is happening now, and in the end, the result will be in your favor. A lesson in detachment and contentment. One morning, a beggar arrived at a wealthy man's Seth Ji's house asking for alms. Seth Ji searched his pockets but found nothing to give. Feeling a little embarrassed, he went inside and picked up a utensil to offer to the beggar. A short while later, Seth Ji's wife noticed the missing utensil and exclaimed, "You gave away a silver vessel. Run and get it back." Seth Ji hurried after the beggar and said, "Brother, my wife just informed me that this glass is made of silver. Please don't sell it cheaply." A friend who had been observing the situation asked Seth Ji, "When did you realize it was silver? And even if you knew, why did you let the beggar keep it?" Seth Ji smiled and replied, "I wanted to train my mind not to be troubled even in moments of great loss. A mind that remains happy even in adversity will always move forward in life. If you can master this, your life will change." The power of focus and action. Most people are lost in their own thoughts rather than taking action. Today, your greatest obstacle is your own mind, which consumes more than half of your time in overthinking. Even while working, an internal battle is going on. If you learn to control this mental conflict, you can complete tasks in half the time and accomplish much more. But if you don't, you will remain trapped in your own mind for a lifetime, unable to live the life you truly desire. People waste years waiting for the right time, but the right time never comes. If you don't take the first step today, you will remain exactly where you are now. So, stop making excuses and start working toward your goals today. Ask yourself, What are you waiting for? Will time and the people in your life always remain the same? Number. Life is constantly changing. People are coming and going. If you delay, you will lose opportunities. Start living for your career and your relationships now. The biggest reason for failure and sadness in life is procrastination. Mastering your mind. People are good to you as long as you serve their interests. They support you until they find someone better or until they feel you are surpassing them. At every moment, you have two choices. Follow your emotions blindly, close your eyes, and let your mind dictate your actions. Think rationally. Ask yourself, what is the most important task right now? And do it, regardless of how you feel. Your mind will always try to stop you from doing important tasks. Instead, train yourself to override your emotions and take action. The principle of relentless effort. When Hanumanji traveled to Lanka, Mainak Parvat offered him a place to rest, saying, "Hanumanji, you must be tired. Please take some rest." Hanumanji replied, "I have come to fulfill Lord Ram's mission. How can I rest before completing my duty?" This is the formula for life. Never rest until you complete your most important task. The foolish rat and the greedy fool. A wealthy man lost his diamond when a rat swallowed it. He hired a skilled hunter to capture the rat. When the hunter arrived, he saw thousands of rats moving in chaos, except for one that sat apart from the rest. The hunter immediately caught that rat. Surprised, the wealthy man asked, "How did you know this rat had swallowed the diamond?" The hunter replied, "It was easy." When a fool becomes rich, his behavior changes instantly. Similarly, in life, wealth, success, and status expose a person's true nature. The donkey that died of indecision. Once a donkey stood between two fields, one on the right and one on the left, both full of lush green grass. The donkey kept thinking, "The grass on the left looks better." Then he thought, "No, maybe the grass on the right is better." He kept shifting back and forth, unable to decide, until he died of hunger. 99% of people live like that donkey, spending their entire lives overthinking instead of taking action. If you don't make a decision and move forward, you will waste your life. Answer yourself honestly, make a decision, and take action. Otherwise, you will destroy your own potential. The power of the mind. People will betray you, deceive you, and disappoint you. That is the truth of life. A person who loses in battle can fight again, but a person who is defeated in his own mind can never win. Karma's impact is so profound and unforgiving that we often don't realize when our accumulated virtues run out. Even the most powerful king may be forced to beg when his good deeds are exhausted. That's why it is essential never to deceive or hurt anyone's soul. If you like someone, talk to them, but never become dependent on them. Living a life against your own principles is a betrayal of yourself. You may win against the world, but you should never go against yourself, even for a moment. An empty pocket is the heaviest burden. It makes even walking feel difficult. If the handle of an axe were not made of wood, no tree would ever be cut down. Remember this bitter truth. A person who is always available will never be valued. Both mirrors and relationships are fragile. The only difference is that mirrors break by mistake, while relationships break due to misunderstanding. The reality of the world. The world only inquires about those who are already happy. People who are struggling are often forgotten. Even their phone numbers disappear from contact lists. The company of cheerful people is like a perfume shop. Even if you don't buy anything, you still carry its fragrance. Similarly, being around positive people influences you in ways you may not immediately notice. The greatest foolishness is having darkness in your heart while lighting lamps in temples. Sometimes the best lessons in life come without any tangible rewards. Not getting anything in return is, in itself, a lesson. Rise above the crows. A crow dares to attack an eagle by sitting on its back and pecking at its neck. At such times, the eagle does not fight back. It simply soars higher and higher. There is a point where the oxygen level becomes too low for the crow to survive. The crow eventually falls off, while the eagle continues its flight. Similarly, in life, do not waste your energy on the crows that try to pull you down. Keep flying high. The time will come when your success will automatically silence your critics. Finding your true calling. Most people choose their careers based on practicality, not passion. To truly understand yourself, ask these questions. What part of my current job would I do even for free? If I had unlimited time and resources, what would I pursue? What did I dream of becoming as a child? What issues matter the most to me? What is my greatest talent? If I could choose any profession, what would it be? What do people often thank me for? What fills me with enthusiasm? What are the 3 most important values in my life? What do I look forward to the most? When do I consistently exceed my goals? What global challenge do I want to solve or be remembered for? Answer these questions honestly, and you will discover your true passion. The universe conspires in your favor. When you truly desire something, the entire universe works to help you achieve it. The possibility of a dream coming true is what makes life interesting. 3 lessons a child teaches an adult. Be happy for no reason. Stay engaged in what you love. Ask for what you want with unwavering determination. The simplest things in life are often the most extraordinary, but only the wise can see them. When I had nothing to lose, I had everything. When you stop defining yourself by limitations, you open doors to endless possibilities. Control over your life. The biggest lie in the world is that at some point, we lose control over our lives, and fate takes over. In reality, you always have the power to shape your destiny. Don't waste time justifying yourself to people. They will only hear what they want to hear. The power of meditation and thought control. Changing a habit takes energy. We all know which habits we should change, and we even know how to change them. What we lack is the energy and discipline to do so. Meditation is a way to awaken this energy. We all know meditation is beneficial, but we often make excuses. I don't have time. I don't know how to do it. It's too difficult. Why not try it today? Here's how you can start. Focus on your breathing. Learn to take deep breaths and exhale slowly. This helps clear the clutter in your mind. Recognize your inner turmoil. As your thoughts quiet, you will become aware of what is truly troubling you. Replace negative thoughts. Just as traffic jams slow movement, a crowded mind slows progress. By focusing on one thought, you clear the mental congestion. Affirmations for inner peace. As you meditate, repeat these affirmations to yourself. I am a peaceful and happy person. I am made to share love. What others think or say about me does not affect my inner peace. I will only spread love. Your thoughts shape your feelings, and your feelings shape your reality. By meditating and practicing positive affirmations daily, you will experience profound changes in your mindset and life. The most powerful thing you can do. What is the most powerful thing in the world? Loving yourself. When you love yourself, everything in your life starts falling into place beautifully. Self-respect and self-appreciation are essential. Small children naturally love themselves. When you were born, you were full of love and joy. No baby hates itself. Babies express emotions freely. When they are happy, everyone knows it. When they are upset, even the neighbors can hear them. Children are fearless because they have not yet learned self-doubt. You too were once this fearless. The universe is listening. Your thoughts and words have immense power. Whatever you say and think resonates in the universe and comes back to you manifold. Now consider this. If most of your thoughts are negative, what do you think will come back to you? Your life is a reflection of your thoughts and beliefs. Choose them wisely. Our thoughts shape our reality. By understanding this simple truth, we can significantly improve our lives. Are we truly enjoying this life? We all love holidays. We plan extensively to make the most of them, ensuring every moment is enjoyable. But have we ever treated life the same way? Just like a holiday, life has a beginning and an end. One day we are born, and one day we must leave. Have we ever pondered what we were before this life? Before we existed, we were dust. This earth, this universe, everything is made of dust. and one day we will return to dust. The Creator has given us the opportunity to escape the state of dust and experience the beauty of life. But are we truly enjoying this precious gift, or are we consumed by hatred, conflicts, and negativity? Is our life a holiday or a battlefield? The Creator has given us a magnificent world to cherish, a place where the sea sparkles like diamonds under the sun, where rivers flow with soothing sounds, and where trees provide cool shade. If trees were created, they were also adorned with flowers and fruits, some sweet, some sour. Even in barren deserts, dates grow, offering sweetness amidst the sand. Yet, instead of appreciating these blessings, we often waste our time in negativity. People wish for a long life, but when old age comes, they complain about it. When we are on vacation, do we stop enjoying it just because there's only a week left? No. We cherish every remaining moment. Similarly, we should embrace every moment of life with joy and gratitude. The role of self-reflection in personal growth. Self-reflection plays a vital role in eliminating bad habits. Many people focus on the flaws of others, constantly finding faults. This mindset is harmful, not just for mental health but for emotional well-being, as it fills the heart with negativity. Through self-reflection, a person can identify their own shortcomings and work to improve them. This is the true path to personal growth and inner peace. What is self-reflection? It is a deep introspection, a conscious effort to observe oneself. It allows us to analyze our thoughts, emotions, and actions to understand our true nature. It is also a psychological method that helps us interpret our mental processes. By evaluating our personality and taking deliberate steps for improvement, we set the foundation for a meaningful life. According to the Bhagavad Gita, the power of thought is the foundation of human progress. That is why we should dedicate time each day to refining our minds. Self-reflection liberates the soul and enhances our ability to understand our true essence. It highlights our weaknesses and allows us to overcome them. A self-aware person is honest, loving, and true to themselves. The power of introspection. Self-reflection is a form of self-examination where a person analyzes their actions and learns from them. Even meditation is an example of introspection. It enables emotional awareness and spiritual awakening. Sleep is another miracle. When you are in deep sleep, you forget your identity. Most people do not experience deep sleep because their minds are filled with constant thoughts. To truly understand life, you must immerse yourself completely in everything you do. When you give 100% of yourself to the present moment, you will realize your true essence and experience life at a higher level. 6 steps to living a better life. To cultivate a meaningful and fulfilling life, practice these 6 habits daily. Focus on positivity. Start your day by listing 10 things you are grateful for, whether it's your relationships, friends, work, or simple joys. Read inspirational literature. Spend 30 minutes reading literature that expands your wisdom and inspires you. This will reset your mindset and bring clarity. Plan your day with 3 goals. Take 5 minutes to plan your day and set 3 achievable goals that you will accomplish no matter what. Eat 4 healthy meals. Follow a nutritious diet, just like an athlete, to maintain your physical and mental well-being. Drink enough water. Make it a habit to stay hydrated throughout the day. End the day with self-evaluation. At night, review your day, reflect on your actions, and identify areas for improvement. Celebrate small victories by keeping promises, telling the truth, and learning from experiences. By following these simple but effective steps and documenting your progress, you can make your life more positive, fulfilling, and meaningful. Final thoughts. Friends, if this message resonated with you, please like, share, and comment on this video. With Jai Shri Radhe Krishna. Subscribe and click the notification bell icon to stay updated with our latest videos. Thank you. Jai Shri Radhe Krishna.